Everybody, look at Noah. Look at Noah. Got a shirt on today. Everybody today knows that there is something going on, correct? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to teach you. This is my favorite part about the business. How you're going to, who would like to double their paycheck today? You got to get Kari out of the room. Kari can't be in here though. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to use, it's going to be a simple impact here. We're going to use the tornado combined with your attitude. And then, by the way, tornado, hurricane, whatever the biggest word you can use, the better. So you can triple your sales today, okay? Okay. You guys get it? So everybody in your pitch, we're going to practice the pitch, and then Devin will do an announcement on 2 gigs. I do not want you guys to miss that. But you guys are going to seem, you need to pretend, okay? So if you're going to write this down, you need to pretend the only reason you're there is because of the weather, because of the tornado. You got to make the customer believe that you would normally not be here. Like, dude, you're like an office worker. I'm telling you, keep your shirt on today. If you want to maybe quadruple your money, you got to look like they just rushed you out of the office, okay? Like your tie's almost like a little undone. I know this is not your dress code, but you can do it today. Like, you have to pretend that you're just this office worker, and like your white guy boss, Richard, he just sent me here today, man. It's crazy. Like I got literally pulled out of my cubicle today because of the weather. You gotta create that story, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is you have to freak out. And number 3 is urgency. You just have to pitch all day. Just the day after the Super Bowl, you pitch the Super Bowl. The Mother's Day, it's because of Mother's Day. Today is the weather. These days in the weather are some of the biggest, best days we've ever had in our business. You know, the best day in sales we had is the day that it was like everything froze. And guess where everybody stayed? Home. And guess what's the only business that should be open on a home day? Door to door. So, of course, it's going to make it more complicated for people to come over to work, but you guys are warriors and you guys are animals. So what I want you guys to practice today is you got to almost freak out. You got to get a little out of your bubble and your comfort zone. And careful, do not lie to people. But you want to be like, dude, did you see the weather this morning? Like, did your internet shut off? Did the power go off? Whatever answer, even if they're like, no, I didn't. It's like, oh, well, they just sent me, my name's Yvonne. I work with Frontier. They just sent this here. We're just going to upgrade your connection because we cannot afford for this to happen. You're never going to lose internet again. Bam. And then you go into the pitch. But you have to have this freak out. Like, and if you find people, Martin's going to send you to places where the electricity went out. Right, Martin?
Yes, sir.
He's going to send you to places where there is no connection, like here. Or where there's areas, or anybody, hey, did you hear about did you get the winds? Is everything okay at the house? Who had something like blow out in the house, or like the wind takes something, somebody? Like who noticed? Who noticed the window shaking? Yeah. Bring this up. Say, hey, how you guys doing? My name's Yvonne. Is everything okay this morning? Like, we're just checking in on people. They took us out of the office. Hey, did your windows okay? Is everybody okay from this morning? Oh, yeah, no, everything's fine. Hey, I work with Frontier. They took us out of the office. They sent us here today. Make sure your internet's good because we do not want you guys to lose internet even with extreme weather conditions. So they sent me here today, like, of course, after the tornado, just to make sure your internet's good. Grab your phone and then just move into the pitch. But you have to have a little bit of, do you hear it in my tone? I don't care if you're shy. If you're introvert today, you got to extrovert a little. You have to come out of this bubble and your eyes have to open a little bit more like that. And this is the fastest way for you to increase your sales is you use the current condition. You can do this forever, by the way. Keep the concept for the next time there's a big rain, a lot of sun, a lot of anything, a big event coming up, the election. Hey, if Trump wins, you get the internet. And if the other girl wins, you get it too. It doesn't matter. What matters is you're using the current condition to create agreement and to influence. You're influencing the customer. Oh, Richard, that's manipulation. Manipulation is only manipulation if your intention is bad. So if you actually have a bad intention and you are trying to screw over this customer, then you're for sure manipulating. But if it's good, if the deal is good for them, you're positively influencing a customer and you're helping them make a decision. Why? So you're grabbing a current event, you're bringing it to their door, and you're making it make sense. So what's the current event today? Extreme condition. How am I bringing it to the door? I'm bringing it in. I'm checking in if everything's okay. Did you hear the window shaking this morning? Did your power go out? Power is a big one. Okay, so power go out. How's your windows? Anything happen this morning? Current event, and I'm bringing it to them. Now I make it make sense. Hey, they took us out of the office. We're not working in the office today, so you guys can have internet always covered. And now what is the customer? Does that make sense to the customer? Yeah. Like, that makes sense. Like, and so now are they listening or not? Yes. Now this doesn't mean you're going to get everyone to say yes. You're still going to have to go through your 30 no's. And I need you today to have extreme, crazier work ethic, and you're still going to get a lot of people to say no. But I want you to practice this today. Don't go out like, oh, Richard told me that your sales are going to be bigger. Your sales will be higher. But I want you to just check if this is happening today. Grab the event, make it like, bring it up to them, current event, be worried about them, ask them, and then make that those two things the reason why you're at the door right now. And I want you to test yourself, see how many customers get to agree with you. Like, oh, that makes sense. The reason you hear that makes sense. Before your pitch even starts, before whatever you learned from school even starts, you're like, it makes sense why you're here. Now I'm listening. And watch how you're going to be able to get a lot more presentations because of that. That's all I want you to test. I can't really increase your sales, but if you do this, you will increase your presentations a lot. Because before the pitch even starts, you're like, the customer's like, okay, so that's why you're here. You guys get it? Yeah. That's all I want you to practice, okay? Find the weather, tornadoes, everything okay? Like, you got to look a little bit like you're here to check in, like your car's in with the lights on. Like, hey, we're just stopping by real quick. You guys okay? All good? Everything? They just sent us here. Dude, your windows shake? Like, did you wake up at night? What happened? Everything okay? Yeah, no, dude, our power went out in the office. We didn't have internet. We were working in the office, no power. They took us out here, make sure everybody's internet's taken care of. What? My name's Yvonne. I'm with Frontier. We're going to do your speed test. If it's good, it's good. I'll be on my way. And if not, we'll help you out. Grab your phone. And then if they're like confused, I'm like, sir, Gary, I got to go back to the office. Grab your phone. They're like, oh, okay. Now the customer needs me versus me needing them. Do you get it? I need you to do this and master this today. This is sales. Okay, sales is not money for a product. Sales is you communicate at a higher level with a higher skill. Current event, worry, makes sense why I'm here, and then the pitch starts. Right. You get it? Do you guys think, by the way, for AT&T, the same shit, doesn't matter. Same shoot. You guys get it? Yes. Okay, can we practice this? Yes. Eddie, yes, sir.
Unbreakable Wi-Fi is great today.
Yes.
And by the way, Unbreakable Wi-Fi is free for the first month. You want to add it to everybody's bill. Yes. We need to be adding Unbreakable Wi-Fi on Frontier to everybody. Hey, it's free for the first month. Make sure you get it. And by the way, for a weather condition like today, we're just going to add it on for you. You're going to love it. Just assume the crap out of it. Maybe add it into the price if you want to, but it's the first month's free. So if you wanted to say, what's the bill you tell the customer?
It's extra $25 after the 30 days.
Okay, so if you want to add it into the bill and then take it off for the first month, however you want to do it, it doesn't matter, but we have to get better at the Unbreakable Wi-Fi. We have to get better at 2 gig. Like, you guys got to realize, AT&T, how much is your gig? $80. These guys are paying $80 with a hard credit check on their account. They're taking a hard credit check on the customer and making them pay $80 for an internet. How much is our 2 gig in some of these areas?
$75.40.
75 minus auto bill pay.
So 70 after everything out the gate with add-ons and auto pay, it's like 75. So it's cheaper for a 2 gig.
It's cheaper for a 2 gig, so you guys got to get better. I think there's areas that it's 65.
Yes. Yeah,
so you guys have an area that the 2 gig is 65. Sell the 2 gig. You're getting paid like an extra $50 per sale as a entry level through level 2. So like super important. But Unbreakable, big day today. Dawson's going in the field. He's not staying home like last night. And like we're going to have a great day. But again, so remember, okay, this is what I want you to practice. pretend you're there because of that. Okay, you have to freak out a little bit. You have to like, oh my gosh, everything okay? I'll share the office story. Our power went out. It was crazy. It was dark. Oh my gosh. And then you got to look like this rattled office person that took out of the cubicle. And you're like, hey, we're just here to make sure your Wi-Fi does not go through this. You can start with the unbreakable. Okay? And urgency. Bring the current event, explain worry for them, and then connect, make it make sense. Before you start the pitch, the customer has to be like, well, this is not a regular door-to-door pitch. That's what they got to feel. Oh, wow, this is not a regular person knocking the door. It's here. They're here because of the what? Weather. And then they're listening. And then your pitch, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you sell after.